Greetings and good day, YouTube and Twitch highlight watcher. How are you doing today? I myself am pretty excited to continue where we last left off in Minecraft. Give me a moment. I realized I didn't switch my title or game on OBS Streamlabs. I almost said OBS Streamlabs, but that's really not necessary. So now we're good to go. Okay, so today we're gonna be chilling like we always do with the OYBTs, or the OYTBTs, I should say, the outdated blog things. Today is the 112th. I almost said the 121st. Man. Anyways, the 112th episode, which means the 112th time I've streamed Minecraft and marked it down. A couple topics of conversation for today. Alright. I finished Red Dead Redemption 2. This was... Wait. Yeah, that was... This is going to be weird because that was actually on Monday. I finished Red Dead Redemption 2 on Monday after Minecraft. He actually didn't do any React Ending, hilariously enough. I also think I played this a little bit off stream too. And I think I just did a little bit of mining. So, I finished with 94.5% completion rate. And satisfaction is 100% in all honesty. Alright? A couple things that I want to bitch about. I kind of confused myself because I'm not used to playing the game on Monday after Minecraft. Normally we go into the React Andy section. However, we're doing that today with the Red Dead Redemption 2 speedrun. I'm still worried that it's going to be a ridiculously long speedrun. Like... If we have to watch it in a couple of sections, like on a couple of Mondays, we will. But the things I have to bitch about, my final score I gave the game, and again, whenever you give a score a game, it's always opinionated, right? It's always your opinion of why you gave the score the way that you did. And the way that I've scored that game is based off of a 99-point system, split into 3 different sections. Gameplay mechanics, the loop, the gameplay loop type thing, and story. Now, the difference between mechanics and loop are like, this is a mechanic. Mining is a mechanic, right? The loop of gathering resources and then using those resources, that's what the gameplay loop is. Like, alright, what am I doing and why am I doing it? So what you're doing are the mechanics, the why you're doing it's kind of loop. Maybe there's a better way to explain it. I don't have the information, the vocabulary to do so. Oh yeah, no, I know about Bricky. Bricky definitely has spent thousands of dollars on Warhammer. Well, I'll cover what we're talking about with the overpriced plastic stuff in a moment. It was part of the conversation we had earlier while doing the just chatting section. But yeah, I gave the score for story, I gave it a 30, which is kind of ironic because one of my biggest complaints is how that game is a direct prequel, and yet I gave it one of the highest scores a game could possibly get, a 30 out of 33. For mechanics and loop, I gave them 25 both, because yes, the mechanics are good, yes, the gameplay loop's great, but there's a couple of things that occur in the game, like in the story, that don't occur naturally, right? Like, there's a couple things that are too scripted. Everything's a bit too specific. You have to do things a certain way, or it won't work out how. Like, I get that, but it's like there doesn't seem to be a lot of freedom. Choose how you want to do certain things. Kind of are forced to do it how you have to do it. Also, I need to make sure that I don't mess this up, and I actually make like a downward slope now, because this is basically where this right here, what you see before you, is going to be where the obsidian pillar is. Like, this is going to be the first quarter of it. The rest goes over there, but I got to worry about that later.
So, tell us what happened, Bobby.
When my wife passed away.
Yeah. Trust me.
She did all the finances.
When I looked into the Warhammer stuff, I didn't realize how much everything was involved. Time, money, effort, everything.
All the help
Anybody has some like
it was much
painted
needed.
Get more than money from your
armies
Welcome to Huntington.
has spent not only a lot of money on that army, but a lot of time and effort to get that shit to look how good it looks. I didn't realize exactly what that, like, I only recently learned about painting them and shit like that. Wild. Oh. Speaking of Red Dead Redemption, I've not really worked on it too much since I talked about it, but one of the things I brought up was how the game, I enjoyed the game so much that it made me actually want to create a couple of, like, a fan fiction about it. Now, fun fact, so far I've done some research, and that's actually, like, the go-to idea. Hey, potential spoilers for Red Dead, no, not potential, spoilers. So spoilers for Red Dead Redemption. If I'll put my hand up, actually, I'll wave this around. It's a glove. I'll wave my glove around when I'm done talking about spoilers for Red Dead Redemption 2, but I kind of have to for it to make sense. So I enjoy the story of Red Dead Redemption 2 so much that it's inspired me to want to write a story about it. Now, mind you, I like doing research before I pull the trigger on that to see if my idea is relatively unique or not. And yes, my idea has a bit of uniqueness to it in the way that I have it play out. But the start of the idea is pretty much going to be the same. Arthur Morgan dies. After Arthur Morgan dies, he wakes up in the past and gets a second chance. That's like the go-to to try and make a fix-it story, right? There was a couple that didn't change anything, like they kept Arthur with tuberculosis and all that, but instead they made it like the cure was discovered earlier or something like that. Anything to try and, you know, save our boy, right? And I get that. I understand that completely. That's, you know what that is? That's just like, I wouldn't do that. I am interested in a Warhammer, but even if I could afford, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna spend $20,000 on something, it ain't gonna be a fucking something like that. To me, it's gotta have more substance before I'm willing to make a purchase. You know what I mean? That's how I view my purchasing anyway. That is extremely insane, though. But yeah, so at some point I'm probably gonna make a 10, 12 chapter story or something like that, revolving around a second chance Arthur fix-it story. We'll see, though. It might take me a little bit longer now that I know that idea is kind of common. Also, I'm waving my red glove around now. Because I'm done talking about that. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's like, oh, fuck. I didn't even notice that dude for a minute. I'm like, is that a creeper? Yeah, when it was right next to me. Bitch. But yeah, so I kind of wanted to go over, speaking of fan fictions, I kind of wanted to go over a little bit of creativity and stuff like that, and how you kind of have to be a little bit crazy in order to be extremely creative when it comes to making fan fiction and stuff like that, because some of the ideas I've thought up of just to think up of ideas, whether or not anything happens with those ideas, I doubt it. But just like to basically prepare for this conversation, I was like, all right, I'm gonna come up with some of the stupidest ideas I could think of and go from there. Like, minor spoiler for Red Dead Redemption 2. Minor spoiler. There's a part where you end up washing ashore. Also, minor spoilers for a couple of other media as well. You end up washing ashore, right? And you know, you could use that. You could use that scene where the character washes up shore to literally throw Arthur Morgan in any fucking world. Give me a world, and it's easy. Well, he wakes up and this is the world he's in. It's just like, take something like that idea and you just accept, like, you accept an idea regardless of how plausible it is, because it's a fan fiction. At the end of the day, you're not trying to make 100% sense of something for other people that are reading. You're just trying to have it make sense to them. It doesn't need to make 100% sense. It just needs to be like, oh, I get it, and that's all. That's all you need to get people to do when you write a fan fiction, is get them to get it, and you're good. You know how many stories I've read that have the terrible writing, but because they have such a good premise and idea, and the flow is decent enough, I'll stick with it just to see what happens. I'm telling you, like, almost bullet point level atrocity with some of the writing I've read. But because of how good the idea is, I stick around just to see where the fuck it goes. Mind you, a good portion of the time it's a failure to launch, because it doesn't really go anywhere. But there's quite a few times where you come across a story like that and it's like, man, it's so hard to read this story. You're not even really reading it at that point, going, okay, what happened? I can barely understand it. And I get it. It happens. People get lazy and they're like, screw it, I'm just going to write the story and post it. One of the reasons why I haven't posted more of my own works is because of that very reason right there, of like that idea of it not being efficient enough or good enough, so I delay. Right? I think this week, honestly, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little bit more editing, well, a lot more editing on Neo, and actually start writing, not on the fan fiction that I talked about making. That might replace one of my other ones, because the way that I normally had it set up is I wanted to work on 5 specific stories before moving on to other ones. And I kind of want to work on one of those first before I do anything else. But that's neither here nor there right now. Big news that amused me greatly. I stayed up late one day on the 15th, and I went to bed at like 6:30 in the morning. But I'm glad I did stay up that day, because on that day, the Sony president Hiroki Toki discussed about growing games on PC multi-platform, right? So, like, I thought it was extremely hilarious that when Xbox talked about moving their games to PlayStation, all the Sony console fanboys were fucking frothing at the mouth to brag about how we've won the war. Xbox is the worst console ever. And it's like, I'm so glad this happened because it's like, shut the fuck up. You're bragging about something that doesn't help people. Console exclusivity is the worst thing to happen to, like, gamers, man. Come on. Use your fucking head, people. Also, it made me think of this. Bloodborne on PC actually has potential of existing now. Like, at first I wouldn't even really say that. I'd say that as a joke more than anything. Like, Bloodborne on PC, haha. Like, I made that joke with, the Pinocchio game. Right?
Okay, true stories from Huntington customers with Annie.
And again, the main reason I'm tired is because my fucking alarm's working again. God. And when I say working, I don't even mean working. Anyways, to go back to what we were talking about when it comes to overpriced plastic, during the just chatting section of the stream, one of the topics of conversation we got onto, because I saw an advertisement on Twitter for Lego Dungeons & Dragons crossover,
Welcome to Huntington. Real people
Insane
come
Baboon made a
for
joke
things.
about people not willing to pay for overpriced plastic anymore, and I looked up how much those, like, they made. And what I mean by that is Warhammer 40k Games Workshop type thing, as well as Lego and Disney, we looked up. 550 million for Games Workshop. This is USD. 9.5 billion for Lego, and almost 30 billion for Disney. And those are profits based off of the year 2022, I believe, across the board. It might be 2024 for Games Workshop. I'm not 100% sure. But the point I'm making is, is how insane it is that people will pay as much as they will for overpriced plastic. Like, I've seen the cost of some of those armies, by the way. I've actually looked into it. One dude spent, like... How much was it? Hold on, let me look this up so I know. The reason I don't remember is because it was a Reddit post that I, like, just glanced at. Oh, I found it immediately. From 9 years ago. How much did you spend on your army? First one. More than my wife thinks I did. They're not saying an amount. Hold on. Is this it? Oh no, just a picture of the army. Nobody's saying an actual amount. This wasn't the article, I guess. I thought it was. Ah. Yeah, this is okay. So this is reasonable. People are talking like $200, $400. Ah, here it was. I peaked at around 50,000 Chaos, 10,000 plus Necrons. Yeah. 2,000 for Dwarves. Like, this is all in USD. It was the right article, by the way, because that 50,000 blew my fucking mind. $800 on an Imperial Knight army. As of 5 years ago, between myself and a buddy, it was enough for a down payment on a house. Wild. Actually wild. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited that it seems like the console wars are coming to a close. I hope so. Because, like, that helps nobody. It really doesn't. I bet you one of the reasons why they're making this decision is because of how well Helldivers is doing on PC. Also, I have to say, what's hilarious is, I think it was on, wait, was the 15th that day? 15th? Because I think the day after, yeah, Thursday. So, I think it was that morning that, after a couple weeks break, I took a puff, and there ain't nothing like taking a hiatus from smoking up, and then smoking up. Wait, Nintendo was a part of the console war? I didn't know Nintendo was a part of the console war. And when I say that, what I mean is... Oh, you mean crossplay and stuff like that. No, Nintendo's still being stupid. I didn't even think about Nintendo. Because, like, that's how far-fetched that idea seems to me. The idea of Nintendo having Mario come out on, like, I can't even say it. I'm partially joking. But just the concept of that, just, like, I don't see it happening for a while. Like, a long fucking while. That's not gonna happen. I welcome the surprise. I would welcome the surprise if I'm wrong. But I doubt I am. Today's probably going to be a shorter Minecraft stream. I'll be honest, because as you can tell, I've got a case of the yawns. A lot of that has to do with, like I said, it has to do with me trying to get my sleep schedule sorted out, which I'm going to try and get sorted out this week. Ah! And in all honesty, I've been thinking about it. If Fallout is truly that, like, short of a game, I might end up playing Fallout a couple of times. Like, if I play it on Friday and Saturday and I beat it on Saturday, I might play it again on Sunday and try to do, like, a little bit of a speed run with the character I talked about doing, the dumb as a box of rocks character. Yeah, I don't. Hilariously enough, for me, I'm not big into traditional mobile games. Right? Like when I say traditional, I mean, like, alright, let me get my phone out and play this game. I don't really play those types of mobile games anymore. I used to be really big into them, honestly. But over time, it's so much easier to be like, alright, I want to change Minecraft. Alright, let me go look up a mod. Alright, let me place this file into the mods folder. Alright, let me activate it in Minecraft. I'm done. I got the mod active. Like, can't do that on console, and you can't really do that with mobile games. I mean, you can do that with mobile games, but there's a inherent risk with doing shit like that I wouldn't recommend you go through. Yeah, that's another reason too, the touchscreen. Heck, even recently when we've been doing the Stream Elements sponsored streams, by the way, mobile only for those that might be showing up new here and want to help support the stream, every little bit goes a long way. For those that are watching this on YouTube, by now I would imagine actually that the campaign for the month that this comes out on is probably already over with. That's another thing too. Like those games, being able to use your mouse makes a whole heck of a lot of a different situation. Even if it's like technically the same exact game. Ow. Ow. Even if it's technically like the same exact game, it feels different when you play them on the PC variant. I need to get some dirt. That's yeah. You're not really gonna see stuff like that because it requires a lot of work and effort to get something like that to work properly. A lot of work and effort that a lot of different people are not gonna put. Like, honestly, I'm glad I've started to do the Stream Elements sponsored stuff because it introduced me to a whole lot of other video games that I normally wouldn't touch, right? I really have to fix that. I really need to off stream. I'm gonna do that, I think, because I don't like that. I don't like that. I gotta fix that. Alright. Soon enough, nobody will know the difference.
Okay, Total Body smell check. Hits. Toes. Down below. Oh, no.
It smells like clean Old Spice Total Body deodorant spray. Old Spice Total Body is gentle enough to use all over, giving you 24/7 lasting freshness with daily use, from tips to toes to down below.
How did you get in here?
Thanks to Old Spice Total Body, the only thing funky about this ad is the groove, baby.
Shop Old Spice Total Body deodorant.
Okay, a few stories from Huntington customers with Annie.
You're a woman-owned business. You're growing. How does banking fit in?
Huntington feels like a part of
All
the
right.
team, and when I
One
got
more.
the news that we had gotten into our dream retailer, I said, Huntington is the reason that we can accept this contract. You allowed us to get out of it.
Get more than money from your bank. Welcome to Huntington. Real people compensated for true stories.
Hey, I'm Kelsey, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Spicy Deluxe Sandwich is always just a perfect combination of ingredients. The pepper jack cheese and that spiciness of the sandwich. It's the right type of spice and the right amount of spice. It's crunchy on the outside, but then really tender on the inside. And then, obviously, the pickles on the bottom are iconic. There are too many things I like about it. I don't know if I can finish the thought.
Bring on the spice and order the Chick-fil-A Spicy Deluxe Sandwich on the Chick-fil-A app today. Real guests paid for their testimonial.
I'll have to drop down and get the rest of that. That is pretty cool, though, a maze game that you have to use, like, the tilt function for. I'm trying to think of other types of unique games. Honestly, one of the more unique ones that I've come across lately has been the Sea of Conquest game. The fact that you actually, like, your main pirate ship, your flagship of the fleet that you can have is the way that it, like, it's a mobile base. Also, the more you level stuff up, the more rewards you get out of it. So, like, with it, I have egg production, milk production, and water production. Well, as you level that up and more time passes, you have a higher chance of getting bonus rewards, like sugarcane, meat, what have you, items that you could then utilize later down the line. And you need a lot of sugarcane in that game to be able to do some of the side objectives of an area. Wow, this is gonna be weird to look at. It really is. Because after all that, okay, let's go down. I'm gonna have to fill this all. Yeah, this is what I didn't want to show. I didn't want to show this off because I have a lot of work I gotta do. Like, a lot of fucking work I gotta do on this. Ugh. Yeah. Didn't mean to do that. But yeah, might as well do little stuff like this, at least for today. Right? Get some of this stuff done, even though, like I said, this is probably going to be shorter. Also, I'm trying to break the habit of not communicating whenever I'm part of a guild. For the other campaign we did, the one we did for Star Trek, I actually ended up disbanding the alliance because it just wasn't going anywhere, unfortunately. And I was like, you know what? I need to know how to run an alliance before, like, or how an alliance works really, before I can start my own and run one. I've never really had a desire to do that until recently, when I started, like, doing this kind of stuff. But yeah, I've actually started to force myself to communicate with the people that I'm a part of a guild with or what have you, alliance, a gang, for this game, the current game, Sea of Conquest. You can join a gang. At least that's what they're called. You can also create your own gang for like 400 emeralds or whatever. But yeah, not very many topics to really go over this week, if I'm being honest. I'm gonna have to AFK fish. I don't know how that happened, because like I said, here's what happened. Oh wait, dumbass. Oh, I whoosh. You know how that happened? They just promoted you because of your strength. Yeah, because of your contribution and your strength. That's why you got promoted. There are some alliances that are like that in games like that. In any game, there are alliances like that. That would be like the person that. I dislike alliances that are like you either gain strength with everybody else or you get left behind and we kick you out of the group. I will leave groups like that. I'm part of a group now that's basically all the same type of person. How much money is that? Nah, I'll spend 20 years playing this game before I spend that much money on it. And mind you, when I say that much money, I'm talking like $20 type of shit. You know what I mean? Because I'm a grinder. I am a stubborn grinder. Mind you, the games that I've just talked about recently are games that have gotten to the point where I'm like, alright, I'm willing to spend X on it so far. I gotta let the Sea of Conquest cook a little bit longer before I'm gonna say that, but I will say that Sea of Conquest game's got a lot to it that allows for like right now, as I speak, I have I messed with it a little bit yesterday. It was auto sell or whatever it's called. The way auto selling works is basically before you go offline, you set up your ship to go to a port, automatically buy whatever it can buy, go to the port that you started at, and sell everything that you bought there, then buy everything at the port that you're at, and go to the location that you marked to sell to. That is why you want to have your supplies set up to like over 1,000, because they get to like 200 supplies before they have to or 800 supplies or something like that, one of those numbers, before they have to resupply, and I have auto resupply set active. So basically right now I've got my ship sailing the ocean, going back and forth, making me money and faction coins. Those faction coins are used to improve relationship with faction, and factions are NPC type things. Gangs are all player based. Oh yeah, no, that was actually the recommendation that everyone's given me so far. The recommendation is you get the second research slot and the second build slot. That's what the recommendation is, apparently. After that, you never have to spend another dime. At least, unless you want to, you know, unzip your pants and show off your whale. No, hey, that's A-okay. I get it. I'll tell you what, though. I intended to only go for 3 hours, and I ended up going for like 6 in it. So that should go to show you how much I enjoyed that game. The only downside is that if you have the automatic chip sale thing going, if you don't have any sort of protection getting attacked, well, you'll probably just start hemorrhaging money. Mind you, currently I don't have that set up, so what I would probably do is I'd probably set up a thing to where it's like, alright, in the future if I don't have protection, if I get attacked one time, it'll stop. More than likely, you'll always make a profit if you have that set up, because a lot of the time people don't really... Like, for example, if I were to open up the game right now, I'd be fine because I have protection on that ship. But if I were to open up the Star Trek game, I guarantee you my 2 harvesting ships have probably been destroyed. Mind you, I've seen my harvesting ships get up to like 10,000 resources before somebody took them out. So like, who knows? Maybe I'll get lucky. That ain't happening. Oh, also, max level for the Star Trek game actually used to be like 40 or 50 or something like that, but it's gone up over the years. So I wouldn't be surprised if in a couple of years from now, max level will be like 100. Well, now mind you, I'm part of a clan that kind of has specific rules of engagement. Or an alliance, I should say. So I gotta read up on those rules of engagement before I'm willing to blindly attack anybody. And I'll be honest, it ain't, I get it. Don't get me wrong, I get it. But I'm not a PvPer unless I'm in like a clan war or an alliance war or whatever the hell it would be called in whatever game it's in. If we're in that, oh, I'd go hog wild on people. I would target specific, like, listen, I'm a dick when I need to be. And if I'm at war, I'm gonna be a dick. Unless there's specific rules of engagement that are like, yeah, no, don't touch these specific people. Alright, I'll do my damnedest. Otherwise, unleash the beast. I will pick the weakest members of the clan and fucking rail them. Because that's exactly what most other people would do to you. That, and it's just smart to do. Why even let them get a chance to get stronger? To also participate against you. Nah, fuck that. Now mind you, again, I have to look up the ROE and see if that's even legit. I don't know. I'm still learning about how that game works. I need to stop mining. I really do. But do you kind of see how this is going to look?
Everything. At the time, I needed all the help in the world.
And how did your banker help?
I didn't expect all the help I got.
I think I'm at level 15 or 16 right now. I'm not sure.
More than money from your bank. Welcome to Huntington.
I've kind of been going at it a bit slower than I need. I've basically just been doing my dailies. And then that's it. I am a couple days away from getting my first 30-day loyalty chest. I'm basically just grinding. Getting research done. I need some bones. Because there's a couple things that I kind of want to do really quickly, now that I'm thinking about it. In this game, I want to move my doggos to a different position. Trying to think where they should go. You know what? I think the doggos will go to... I don't know. just move them into a different position so I can actually work on the thing that I want to work on. It doesn't matter where they go for the time being. I will say, I'm realizing that my desire to organize has definitely changed over time. Like, I'm still more than willing to do this kind of shit because it's streamlined, but I'm definitely going to come up with a better system in the future. I'm going to figure out auto-sorting the next time I play. But, like, basically, when I get done with the Kingdom build, we're going to take a small hiatus from Minecraft. And the next time I play Minecraft will probably just be me learning shit. I'll be learning how to do an auto-sorting system and shit like that. Level 18. Yeah. I could probably pick up the pace a little bit, but I'm not in no rush, in all honesty. And I'm in less of a rush than I would be if my alliance was all like, you gotta get stronger, man, come on. I'd probably be thinking about leaving the alliance. I don't like when people try to rush you to do shit. It's like, guys, I get that it's a team experience, but I also want to go at it my own speed. And luckily, I'm part of an alliance that is exactly like that. Normally, it takes a lot longer than you would realize to find an alliance or a clan or whatever like that. Most of the time, it feels like it's literally just a clan that exists in order to do the simple objective, stuff like that. I'm almost close to where I can get the next level up, I believe. I think I have a couple more places that I actually need to upgrade. But one of the reasons why it's also taking slower . Don't. Perfect. Also, remember that comment I made a while back about how now that I've taken this door off, we're gonna get... Where did he go? He must have went back in the portal? Anyways, I said we're gonna get more, zombie pigmen or some shit like that. Ah, crap. I gotta fix that, I guess, too. That is kind of hilarious, though. That's one of the reasons, though, why I'm glad that I'm doing these Stream Elements sponsor campaigns. Because it's introducing not only myself, but who knows how many people to another game that they may really enjoy. You know? That, and I truly do like video games across the board. Like, there is always something out there for somebody. And that's just so cool to me. So once again, right? So what I'm gonna have to end up doing, I think, is I'm gonna have to end up taking... Oh, okay. How to make something look unnaturally natural. That's a hard one, isn't it? Unnaturally natural? Or naturally unnatural? How would we even word it, first of all? I might have to make some adjustments on that one. Maybe. If I do, basically what I need to do is I need to cut... you know what? That's not that bad. Actually. Cut all this out over here. Get maybe some dirt over here. Not 100% there.
Okay, true stories from Huntington customers with Bobby.
So, tell us what happened.
Well, yeah, I can really start to see it coming together in my mind. My mind's eye. It's really coming together. I need to do some more organizational stuff, but this is basically
Needed all the help in the world.
And how did your
basically
banker help?
the
I didn't expect
preliminary
all the
for...
help I got from Sierra. It was much needed.
Oh yeah, that looks a lot better now.
And money from your bank.
That looks a
Welcome
lot
to
better
Huntington.
now.
Real people compensated for true stories.
Now that that's not sticking out, when that's gone, that'll look so much better. And what I'm probably going to have to do is, well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a lot of stone and basically fill this in and again, make it
Sorry, I can't help but get excited.
look naturally unnatural. Because the idea is
Movement that inspires. Limited inventory available. Call 800
a group did work together, right? A group worked together and started to mine into the mountain like that, right? And they started to mine up.
For the things you touch, nothing kills more viruses on more surfaces than Lysol disinfectant spray. And when it comes to your laundry, adding Lysol laundry sanitizer kills 99.9% of illness-causing bacteria that detergents leave behind. Lysol, what it takes to protect. Tap the banner to try today when used as directed.
And I like the idea of this section being where they stopped, and like, I like that idea. The they in question is the people that doesn't exist type of situation. Coming together nicely. You can't do anything with pumpkin seeds outside of make more pumpkins, right? I just got an idea. Hold up. Let me test this out really quickly. This is actually an idea that I got off of one of my buddies a long time ago, and I was honestly thinking about how to make something more efficient. I'm like, wait a minute, one of my buddies did this, didn't they? Wait, they did. What are we referring to? Pumpkin seeds. Okay. Well, no. I brought that up because you can actually do something. You cook pumpkin seeds. You can, like, do something with them. That's why I even brought them up. Like, I kind of wish you could do something with them. I kind of wish you could do that with any of the seeds. You could put any of the seeds in a furnace and boom. Make cooked seeds. There's got to be a mod for that. Hold up. Add it to the list. Seed, cooking, mod. Flash, cooking, mod. Why not? Because that's one of those mods we really don't have to have. Like I said, I want to have this game set up to where anybody can play it and use whatever mods they want to use for it. So far, alright, there we go. My idea... I have a dumb idea with these dogs. I'm running out of things to do. And what I mean by that is things that I want to do today. Start filling that other place. Yep. I'm remembering. One of the hardest things to do here is to remember exactly what I wanted to do the previous week. And it's like, what did I want to do? I wanted to fill in that other plot of land over there to the right. Because I think I'm going to move the trees. Because I kind of like this idea of that area being over to the right. I don't know. I gotta look at it. There we go. But yeah, I'm curious to see how long Fallout actually is. More than likely, at worst case scenario, I'll probably, if it's that short, I'll get done with it on Sunday. And then we'll get into Red Dead Redemption 1. And I'm probably going to try and focus a little bit on the main story of that game. Right? And then after Red Dead Redemption 1, we'll get into Fallout 2. I didn't realize the game was that short. Hilarious enough, I'd probably already be done with it if I didn't mess up like I did. The first character that I've made like, I'm starting to play characters more instead of just playing a fully focused charisma-based character like I normally do. And, man, I get why people have complained as much as they have about Fallout. Specifically Fallout 4. Because just looking at Fallout 1, it is a fucking hard game. Like, I get why people have said what they've said about Fallout 4 now. One of the reasons why I decided to do the Fallout franchise playthrough is because of what I just talked about. Like finding out, like understanding why people are upset with Fallout like they are, even though that was my first game and I pretty much enjoyed it. I wonder if I'm going to enjoy it as much as I did. I wonder if I'm going to enjoy Fallout 4 as much as I do now after going through the games proper, right? Like, am I going to enjoy Fallout 4 less because I've experienced what the games used to be?
Holidays are over. Toys are broken.
I don't know. Mind you,
And you all need to get out of the house, like right now.
basic Fallout, like normal game mode Fallout, I definitely can say I enjoy Fallout 1 instead of Fallout 4, but I haven't yet used mods with Fallout 4. I'm gonna have to if I want to do a playthrough of that one, though, if I'm being honest.
At Boston Mills Brandywine. Everyone, yes, everyone will thank you.
No need to debate the issue. Blinds.com's President's Day sale can save you up to 50% on new window treatments. Give your home the presidential treatment with premium blinds, shades, shutters, and more. Shop 100% online with upfront pricing, free virtual consultations, free samples, and free shipping. Blinds.com has you covered with our 100%.
So yeah, I started Fallout this week. Had to make two separate characters, basically, two of the same character, basically, because I messed up the first time, and the second time I'm not sure exactly. Oh. The second time, I didn't do multiple saves, and I did things out of order, and I messed up with the character interaction. Basically, I was trying to do the same exact things that I did on the first playthrough, but I fucked up the order, and as a result, I'm like, no, So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say screw it, and when I start back up, which is just after character creation, I'm going to go through save files 1 through 10, and make sure I use them to the best of my advantage. And try and keep things as separate as I possibly can. So, like, worst case scenario, if I mess up, I'll lose a couple of hours instead of a whole playthrough. This is one of those moments where, like, after I get done with the amount of dirt that I have in my inventory, we're gonna wrap up with Minecraft because I don't really have much else to discuss, honestly. Well, that's awesome. The random encounters have felt more fucking dangerous than, like, the first time I encountered super mutants, I thought nothing of them. Motherfucker did 72 damage to me and obliterated me. Triple my health pool, basically. I was like, what the fuck, man? The Super Mutants and Deathclaws of Fallout 1 make the Super Mutants and Deathclaws of Fallout 4 their bitch. Like, there is no comparison. It's insane. Now, mind you, this is coming from before Survivor mode was a thing or whatever, and without mods. I will say it'll probably be a very long while. I'd probably be more apt to play Fallout 1, 2, maybe 3 in New Vegas before I do another playthrough of 4 after my future playthrough, right? Mind you, like I said, it's going to take a minute before we get to Fallout 4 because after Fallout, we're going to do Red Dead Redemption 1. After Red Dead Redemption 1, we're going to do Fallout 2. After Fallout 2, we're going to do Red Dead Revolver or Gun. Depending on how long those games take, will be us then moving on to, actually, I think I'll do Red Dead Revolver, Red Dead Revolver, then Gun. Anyways, after that, we'll move on to Fallout Tactics to check it out at the very least, maybe for a day, depending on if it's good or not, or if I like it or not, and then Fallout 3 and New Vegas. And then the final one will be 4. Now, mind you, I know that playthrough is going to get interrupted for April. At least... Do I have to stream? Do I have to stream on my birthday? I do, it's a Saturday. I know exactly what I'm going to play that day. I'm not saying anything yet. It's a game I've never played before. That's all I'll say. Well, I don't think my first playthrough is gonna involve anything like that, because the first... Then again, I don't know. I think this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do one playthrough. I'm probably not gonna play the game right after I beat it, right? I'm probably gonna wait to play Fallout 1 again for a little bit after I beat it for the first time. And then I'm gonna play the exact opposite character, but I'm still gonna be a good guy, I think. I don't think I'm gonna be like an evil piece of shit. Like a murder hobo. I might be a murder hobo in one of my playthroughs of Fallout. Maybe I'll do a whole nother, like, if they're quick, I'll do a quick little playthrough where I'm a murder hobo and I kill everybody if that's at all possible. Because I've heard rumors that you can do that and actually beat the game. So... I almost want to finish this before I wrap up today. I like getting this little section filled in will make me feel so much better. Screw it, let's go get more dirt and fill that rest of it in. I will say it is one of my favorite things to do, though, is to go through and play the beginning of a game franchise and go through that.
So,
Oh,
what happened, Bob?
oh,
When
a
my
good
wife
topic
passed
of
away,
conversation is the fact that
she
Epic
did all the
Games,
finances. She took care of everything.
they,
At the time,
I
needed
talked
it all to
about
help in the
this a
world.
little bit, but I didn't go
How
into
did
too
your
much
banker help?
detail because I wanted to
I
save
didn't
it for
expect
today, and I just
all the
remembered when
help
we
I
were talking
got
about.
from Sierra.
Apparently,
It was much needed.
they fucked
much
up
needed.
because
Getting money from
like a
work.
year or so ago,
Welcome to Huntington.
they
People compensated
did the
for
whole
true stories.
franchise, the whole Fallout franchise from Epic, basically, right? I think except Fallout 4, which I already own, and all of its DLC, by the way. Oh, fuck! The free game was supposed to be Fallout 2, and Tactic. However, they changed it to Super Meat Boy Forever. And I was like, ooh, that's rough. Because I kind of don't like that. I really don't like it at all. I understand that there might be a reason as to why that happened, but you can't say, hey, this is what the free game is going to be, and then too many. Plus, here's the thing with Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy's unique in the fact that you don't have to play all the games in order, because they're their own separate stories. Like, Final Fantasy VI, I don't think has any relation to Final Fantasy VII. Maybe there are character references. Sid, I know Sid's in all of them, but it's not Sid. You know what I mean? Like, the Sid is always a different Sid in all of them. But they're not. Like, I know that, at least. I'm glad that I got the right answer there. I didn't know it was actually like I was being tested. But I can't help but smirk now that I know that I was being tested. Yeah, any game that has like a numerical system kind of starts to get a bit wild. Then again, if you start breaking down how many different, like, how many Grand Theft Autos are there? Like, truly, how many Grand Theft Autos are there? Grand Theft Auto 2, 3, 4, 5, and soon 6, but there's also San Andreas, Vice City, Liberty City Stories, Vice City Stories. Like, you start breaking it down, and there's so many different spin-offs, and it gets ridiculous. Call of Duty. Stay in there, brain. Don't blow yet. That's how many Call of Duties there are. That, like, every fucking... It gets ridiculous. I got so distracted there, I actually skipped where I was going. Star Wars games. Now, mind you, you could make the argument that that's not the same thing. But when you look at Final Fantasy, well, the point I'm trying to make is how many games of it there are. You know what I mean? Like, if you were to look up how many Call of Duty games there are, I bet you there's more than the Final Fantasy game. Hold on. Call games. Call of Duty, Call of Duty 2, Call of Duty 3, Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, World at War. That's 5. Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops, Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 2, Ghosts. That's 10. Advanced Warfare, Black Ops 3, Infinite Warfare, World War 2, Black Ops 4, 15. Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Black Ops Cold War, Vanguard, Warfare 2, and then Warfare 3, which is 20. 20 games in total. Alright? Now that's not talking about like... Oh no, there's... Oh god. What? Nope. Shut up. Yeah, okay. Final Fantasy 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 online, 12, 13, 14 online, 14 A Realm Reborn, which is 15, 15, which is 16, and 16, which is 17. And then, wait, what is that? That is classified as main series. Main series related games, X2, which is 18, X2 Last Mission, 19, The After Years, which is 20, Fantasy Grandmasters, 21, Origin, 22. Then you got Tactics, 23, Tactics Advanced, 24, The War of the Lions, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119, 120, 121, 122, 123, 124, 124 games. Okay, shutting the fuck up now. Fuck. At least for the main games, there were more Call of Duty main games than there are Final Fantasy main games. That's at least a truthful statement. 100 and fucking... What the fuck was that number? That's fucking insane. Okay. So apparently, I looked this up just for curiosity's sake. I looked up a list of not Call of Duty games, of games that have like a lot of games in the series, and this is how the list goes. At number 15, we have Call of Duty. 14, Donkey Kong. 13, Castlevania. 12, The Legend of Zelda. 11 is Kirby. 10 is Resident Evil. 9 is Dragon Quest. 8 is Shin Megami Tensei. 7 is Street Fighter. 6 is Lego. 5 is Final Fantasy. 4 is Pokemon. 3 is Sonic the Hedgehog. 2 is Mega Man. And 1 is Mario. Now, fun fact, I highly doubt this is the games in order of the list, but of popularity instead. This is the one I wanted, ranked by number of entry. The Legend of Zelda with 28 plus games, Donkey Kong with 30 plus games, Resident Evil with 30 plus games, Castlevania with 35 plus games, Dragon Quest with 40 plus games, Pokemon with 55 plus games, Final Fantasy with 75 plus games, Sonic with 80 games, Mega Man with 100 games, and Mario with 115 games. Alright, never mind. What the fuck? Mind you, wait. What? How old is this list? 2020. Has that number changed in 4 years? Yes. There's been another Zelda game that came out. I don't know about Donkey Kong. I know about Resident Evil, technically. Castlevania, not 100% sure about. Dragon Quest, no fucking clue. Pokemon, yes, of course. Final Fantasy, yes, I think so. Sonic, yes, I think so. Mega Man, no idea. Mario, yes. Alright. So that was educational. Let me go up there really quickly and try and... Again, I've done this before, but I kind of want to pan this out in my head a little bit better. I'm going to be looking over here because I need to... The biggest issue I have still is, like, figuring out... Like, this is why it's taken so long, like, I've been messing around for the last couple of Mondays. Because I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to move the stuff. Basically, what I think I'm going to have to do is rebuild houses. Full stop. Over here, I don't really need to focus on, in all honesty. Like, I do need to do stuff over there, but I'm not worried about it yet. Not until I get this. Basically, what I need to do is I need to start building the core. The obsidian core, so I need to go get obsidian. Right? So I need to repair my diamond pickaxe, go get some obsidian, start building the core.
Holidays are over. Toys are broken. Your family's bored. And you all need to get out of the house. Like right now. 2 words. Snow tubing. And it's happening at Boston Mills Brandywine's Polar Blast Snow Tubing Park. What could be better? A rush of fresh air, all while
the sheep stay where they're at. The sheep stay where they're at. The cattle and all that get pushed back, right? So the sheep stay there. The cattle and stuff like that will move over here. These houses will get removed. This is stuff I've already gone over before, by the way. These houses will get removed. The fence will become more streamlined. These houses get pushed back a little bit closer to the wall. There'll still be a gap there, but it's going to be a lot closer than it was previously. The other houses are going to move. There are going to be 2 houses. Those houses are going to be moved over there, which means we will have quite a bit of room in this area. That room will probably be used for an apiary for bees. The forest is going to get moved over quite a bit more, I think. Right? Like, those trees are probably going to get pushed up against the wall and made more like that. And those trees are going to go down, like, in rows like that instead of like this. Right? They're going to go like this now instead of like that. And that'll allow me to potentially move the bamboo and make, like, a line of bamboo right there. I like that. So that gives us this whole area to work with. This whole area right here we'll be able to work with. The farm. No, the farm goes there. The farm goes there instead. That's where the farm goes. Because if I push the animals back, that room will be for the farm. So the central area here, I could use for the beehive apiary. Right? Fishing's down here. Yeah, I like that. I like that. So that's what my plan is for now. Which has pretty much been the same exact plan as last time, but it's just me reaffirming and hashing out, because I probably need to do this a couple more times. And start working on the forestry. And like I said, I think what I'm gonna do, it's gonna feel a little weird, but I think what I'm gonna do, how far away from the wall do I need to be? Yes. Is it hilarious that I just recently filled this in and now I'm doing this? Yes, it is. And then how much of a gap is there? It's a 4 gap, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, and then we do the next one. So it would be like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then here. And then it goes 4 on, 4 off, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. So then we'll go to 1, 2, 3, 4, and then boom. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I would need to do 6 more to get the same amount of wood across the board I am going to do. Again, this is just me outlining stuff for future stuff. I guess it must be, there must be an area below this that's hollow. I'll have to clear that out. Anyways, really quickly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 8, right? I could do 2 rows of 8, I guess. This one would kind of cut it a bit close, in all honesty. Okay, not too bad, actually. There should be a fairly good gap there. That's why it looks off. That's better. What do we think? Because how big do we? Yeah, it's a 3 round. It's a 3 row, right? And there's a 3 gap. Yeah. 3 row, 3 gap, and we need that. I don't know what to do with these. Those I'm gonna probably. Well, how far away are they from that, first of all? Or it's more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So in that case, 1, 2, 5, 6. Yeah. Yeah. Three. So, oak, birch, jungle, oak, birch, spruce. And that gives us... Wow, actually, hold on, wait a minute. That's about exactly what I wanted. About. I say about because the Acacia or Acacia? Acacia? I don't know how to say it exactly. Acacia wood is the only one that I'm kind of having a bit of trouble with, and that's a 1, 2, 3, 5, another 6 right there. So we're gonna increase the amount of dark oak we're getting, which that's a little bit of an unintended consequence of what we're doing, right? The other idea is instead of we could reduce the amount of dark oak we get, and instead put the acacia down this row. I don't really like that though. I might put the acacia in a different spot. Like I'll have to figure something out. Actually, you know what we'll do? We'll set all this stuff up, not today. Probably next time. Let me write this down. Actually. I'll go a little bit longer, but I also want to write this down. I have to fix this. I have to fix this shit now. Because I'm getting to the point where I want to work on the tree farm, and I cannot do that with this area hollow like it is. So off stream, I'm gonna fill in that underground. Oh, that's gonna suck, but oh well. Because that's gonna get rid of a lot of... Yeah, that's gonna get rid of a lot of shit. Let me take one more gander at it. Oh, yeah, okay, wait a minute. Now it's starting to see it. Now I'm starting to see it.
Okay, true stories from Huntington customers with Bobby.
So, tell us what happened, Bobby.
When my wife passed away,
Yeah.
she did all the
And then we
finances,
moved
she took
the
care of everything.
the
At
bamboo
time,
down a line.
Needed all the help in the world.
If I put the acacia on that
I didn't
row,
expect
the
all help
acacia
I
would go like
received.
right over there,
It was much
and the
needed,
bamboo
much needed.
Get more
would
than
go a
money
step
from your
further
bank.
beyond. So the
Welcome
bamboo
to
would be like
Huntington.
over
Real people
here.
compensated for true stories.
Okay, so that gives us a little bit less space to work with, I think. Maybe, hold on. Yeah, it gives us a little bit less space to work with in that area than I originally thought it would. But that's okay, because that area, the central area being space free, is kind of more important than, you know, having the room there. Mind you, we could do something with that little corner over there. Right? There's a corner up there that I'm kind of not really paying too much attention to, because the forest area kind of messes with it. No, that isn't a Minecraft thing. Wow. That educational. I don't have anything to do with that knowledge. I don't have any purpose for that knowledge, but I now know that. That's pretty cool. Can extract DMT acacia bark. That's actually fucking crazy. Alright. Ooh, ow. next Monday we'll be pretty much doing exactly what I was talking about. We'll be doing the tree forest stuff, which maybe off stream I'll do some of it. We'll see. We'll see exactly what I do off stream. More than likely, my time is going to be spent filming in the underground. In fact, I'm going to come down here and save it and quit it, because that'll have me go, alright. I wouldn't do that kind of stuff anyway, for one thing. I appreciate the concern. Like, I appreciate you being like, hey, don't do that. That's a good... People do, like, don't do that. Obviously, you'll get in trouble for doing something like that. It's just one of those little factoid things of like, hey. But yeah, I had a blast and a half with Minecraft today. Tomorrow, I'm off. I'll probably be doing some gaming off stream, of course. I'll try and write down more topics of conversation, and I'll also try to write down, like, reminders to talk about more in detail of other stuff, because I kind of only had, like, I didn't really talk about what I've done over the week. I did, but not in detail. I'm going to blame it on me starting to sort my sleeping schedule out and just being extra tired today than I normally am. Because, like I said, I woke up earlier than I used to over the last couple of months. But I'll get that sorted by Friday, and I should be more awake on Friday, hilariously enough. Anyways, gonna do the wrap-up spiel for YouTube and Twitch highlight watchers. If you're watching live, stick around, because we're gonna... Did I look up the speedrun time for Red Dead Redemption 2? Regardless, we're gonna start watching speedrun for that. I feel like I'm familiar. How long was it? Whatever, we'll find out in a minute. Anyways, if you're new here and you haven't already, be sure to become a citizen today via subscribing to the channel as well as my main channel. Links will be down in the description below through all my links if you're watching on exclamation point links like so. If you're watching on Twitch, be it live, the highlight, or the VOD, while it's still up there. Be sure to follow me on Twitch. Catch when I go live at 6 p.m. EST Friday through Monday. Invite link to the community Discord, where you can always get the most accurate notification of when I do go live. If I'm going to be a little bit late or early, to side of a half hour, or as long as I don't be late, as well as where you can communicate with other citizens of Kingdom. Whatever else catches your fancy through all my links. Until next time, take care. Have a good one.